Welcome to Tech Journey. In this video, we'll discuss how to learn programming step by step. If you're a beginner and want to enter the world of programming, this video is for you. We'll cover the essential steps that will help you start your journey in learning programming, from setting your goals and choosing the right programming language to practicing and joining programming communities. Let's get started. Hi, I'm Ryan, a student passionate about technology and programming. I created this channel to share my knowledge and experiences with you. My goal is to make learning programming fun and accessible to everyone. Whether you're just starting or looking to enhance your skills, you'll find valuable content here to inspire and guide you on your programming journey. Key stages of learning programming. In this video, we'll cover 4 main stages that will help you achieve your goals in learning programming in an organized and systematic way. These stages are: 1. Stage 1. Research. 2. Stage 2. Foundation. 3. Stage 3. Building. 4. Stage 4. Expansion. Each stage has its own importance and contributes to developing your skills step by step. It's essential to understand the role of each stage and the skills you should focus on during each one. Stage 1. Research. The research stage is crucial because it sets you on the right path and helps you determine the appropriate direction. When we talk about research, we don't just mean searching the internet for how to program, but deep research to understand the field and set your goals. The question here is, what do you want to achieve by learning programming? Do you want to become a web developer, or perhaps a mobile app developer? Or are you interested in learning artificial intelligence? Answering these questions will guide you and help you make important decisions later. The primary goal of this stage is to choose the right programming language. It's very important to choose a programming language that aligns with your goals and ambitions. How do I choose a programming language? Based on what criteria? I'll make it easier for you. Setting goals. Before you start learning programming, it's important to set your goals. Ask yourself, why do you want to learn programming? Is it for fun, to open new job opportunities, or to achieve professional ambitions? Do you want to build websites? Or perhaps design mobile applications? Or even enter the world of artificial intelligence? Setting your goals at this stage is key. When I started researching, I was looking for the programming language that best suited my interests. Have you gone through this stage before? If not, let me tell you something important. The internet is full of resources that can help you. For example, you can start with sites like FreeCodeCamp and Udemy, which offer structured courses for beginners. Don't rush. This stage is very important as it will map out your path. Market demand. It's also important to consider the demand for the programming language in the job market. Some languages are more in demand than others, increasing your chances of getting a job. Currently, look at job sites like LinkedIn and Indeed to see which languages are most in demand in your target market. I did a quick search and statistics on LinkedIn to see which languages are most in demand. Here are the statistics. In the USA, in 2024, the United States saw an increasing demand for various programming languages, reflecting the changing market needs and rapid technological advancements. Based on available data, the most in-demand languages are Python. Python is the most in-demand language in the USA, widely used in fields like data analysis, artificial intelligence, and web development. Its ease of learning and versatility make it an ideal choice for both beginners and professionals. JavaScript. JavaScript holds a significant place in web development, used to build interactive user interfaces and modern web applications. Java. Java ranks 3rd in demand, a powerful language used in developing large and complex applications including Android apps and servers. C++. C++ is mainly used in game development and applications that require high performance. Go. Go is gaining popularity due to its high performance and ease of use in developing cloud applications and servers. In Spain, in 2024, Spain saw an increasing demand for various programming languages, reflecting the changing market needs and rapid technological advancements. Based on available data, the most in-demand languages are: 1. JavaScript. JavaScript holds a significant place in web development, used to build interactive user interfaces and modern web applications. 2. Python. Python is the second most in-demand language in Spain, widely used in fields like data analysis, artificial intelligence, and web development. 3. Java. Java ranks third in demand, a powerful language used in developing large and complex applications, including Android apps and servers. 4. Ruby. Ruby is mainly used in web application development and is known for its popular framework, Ruby on Rails. 5. PHP. PHP is widely used in web and server application development and is highly demanded in the Spanish job market. In the rest of Europe, in 2024, Europe saw an increasing demand for various programming languages, reflecting the changing market needs and rapid technological advancements. Based on available data, the most in-demand languages are 1. Python. Python is the most in-demand language in Europe, widely used in fields like data analysis, artificial intelligence, and web development. Its ease of learning and versatility make it an ideal choice for both beginners and professionals. 2. Java. Java ranks second in demand, a powerful language used in developing large and complex applications, including Android apps and servers. 3. JavaScript. JavaScript holds a significant place in web development, used to build interactive user interfaces and modern web applications. 4. Kotlin. Kotlin is the official language for Android app development, making it a popular choice among developers. 5. Rust. Rust is gaining popularity due to its safety and high performance, mainly used in developing systems and applications that require high performance. After analyzing the available data on LinkedIn, it's clear that choosing the right programming language heavily depends on the target market and geographic location. Whether you're looking for job opportunities in the USA, Spain, or the rest of Europe, understanding the demand for different programming languages can help you make an informed decision about which language to learn or improve your skills in. It's important to understand the history of the programming language you intend to learn. For example, Python was developed in the late 1980s and became popular due to its ease of learning and use in various fields like data analysis and artificial intelligence. Meanwhile, JavaScript was developed in the mid-1990s and became the primary language for web development. My advice? Take your time researching and exploring languages. There are programming languages like Python, JavaScript, and C++, each serving specific purposes. If you love data and artificial intelligence, you might prefer starting with Python. If you're interested in web development, JavaScript might be your best choice. But wait, what's next? After conducting your research, you need to move on to the next stage. Stage 2. Foundation. After conducting your research and having a clear idea of the direction you want to take, it's time to move on to the foundation stage. In this stage, you start learning the programming language you chose and understanding the basic concepts. This stage is crucial as it provides the groundwork for your future knowledge and skills. Choosing a programming language. The first thing you need to do is choose a specific programming language and start learning its basics. Each language has its own syntax and structure, so you'll need to master these aspects. When I say master the basics, this includes understanding variables, functions, conditional statements, loops, and handling inputs and outputs. These concepts are the foundation of everything in programming. Essential tools 1. Code Editor, IDE. When you start programming, you need a specialized program to help you write code in an organized and comfortable way. This program is called an IDE, Integrated Development Environment. An IDE allows you to write code, debug errors, and even run the program. Popular IDEs include Visual Studio Code and PyCharm. For example, if you're writing code in Python, PyCharm will highlight the code and suggest potential errors before running the program. These tools make programming easier and faster. 2. Development environment. The development environment is where your code runs. For example, when writing code in Python, you need to ensure that the Python interpreter is installed on your device. Or if you're using Java, you'll need the JDK to run the code. Each programming language has specific requirements for its development environment, so it's important to set up your environment correctly before starting to code. 3. Syntax. Syntax is the set of rules that defines how to write code in a programming language. Each programming language has its own rules. For example, in Python, the syntax helps the computer understand the commands you write. Therefore, understanding the basic rules of each language is the first step towards writing correct code. Basic concepts for variables. Variables are where you store the data you'll use in your program. Variables can hold different types of data, such as numbers or text. They make it easier to reuse and modify data as needed in the program. 5. Arrays. An array is a type of data that allows you to store multiple values in a single variable. You can use arrays if you have a collection of values you want to store together. Arrays are very useful when you need to handle a set of data in an organized way. 6. Conditional statements. Conditional statements allow you to make decisions based on certain conditions. For example, in Python, conditional statements enable you to add intelligence to your programs, so different instructions are executed based on the circumstances. 7. Loops. Loops allow you to repeat code execution until a certain condition is met. There are two main types of loops, for loops and while loops. Loops are useful when dealing with large amounts of data. 8. Key value pairs. The main concept in dictionaries or tables is storing data in key value pairs. Dictionaries make it easy to access data using keys instead of traditional indexes. 9. Additional data structures. Besides arrays and dictionaries, there are other data structures like linked lists, stacks, and trees. These structures are used to organize data in more complex ways and provide greater flexibility when building programs. 10. Exception handling. Sometimes errors occur during program execution. This is where exception handling comes in, a way to prevent the program from crashing when an error occurs. 11. Libraries. Libraries are collections of pre-written code that provide specific functions. For example, you can use the NumPy library in Python to handle numbers and arrays. Libraries save you time and effort as they contain ready-made solutions for common programming problems. Continuous practice. These basics are simple, but they are the building blocks for larger and more complex projects later on. The key at this stage is continuous practice. Programming is not a skill you acquire just by reading a book or watching a tutorial video. It requires consistent application to solve programming problems and execute code. Write small pieces of code and try to understand each step. Working on small projects. Working on small projects is a crucial step here. You should start by building simple but useful programs. You can begin with programs like a calculator, interactive programs like user login systems, or even a simple game. The goal here is to apply what you've learned in real situations and learn how to handle the errors that come up. Writing clean and readable code. During this stage, you'll also start to understand the importance of writing clean and readable code. Programming is not just about writing instructions. The code should be organized and formatted so that anyone else can understand it. It's also a good idea to start using comments to document your work and explain parts of the code. Important tips. 1. Don't expect to become a professional programmer overnight. The foundation stage can be challenging and requires a lot of effort and patience. You might find yourself facing challenges and stumbling at times, but that's normal. Every mistake you make is a lesson in itself, and every challenge you face is an opportunity to develop your skills. 2. Don't rely solely on theoretical understanding. Start writing code yourself and experiment with errors. One of the best ways to learn programming is through mistakes. When you write incorrect code and try to fix it, you'll learn how to think logically and solve problems. 3. When learning programming, make sure to write organized and tidy code. Learn to use comments within the code to explain what each part does. This will help you in the future when you revisit your old projects. 4. Don't forget to start implementing small projects. The first projects might be very simple, like building a calculator or an application that converts temperatures. But these small projects are crucial for developing your programming thinking skills. Stage 3. Building. We have now reached the building stage. This is the phase where you start turning your theoretical knowledge into something tangible. Here, the focus is on building integrated projects that take you from a beginner to an intermediate level, developing larger and more complex applications. At this stage, the goal is to start working on real, tangible projects. You can begin with medium-sized projects, like building a simple website or developing a basic mobile application. The idea here is to move from small codes and simple applications to building something you can be proud of and perhaps even showcase to others. You can now build a complete website with multiple pages and a database to store information. Learning object-oriented programming, OOP. One of the important aspects at this stage is learning object-oriented programming, OOP. This term might sound complex, but it is simply a way to organize code and make it more scalable. Imagine having objects in your program, like a car or a person. These objects have their own properties and functions. Here's an example. Class car, defcore init, self-brand model, self.brand equals brand, self.model equals model. Def start self-brand, self-model is starting. Learning frameworks. At this stage, you will also learn about frameworks that help speed up the process of building projects. If you are a web developer, you might learn Django or Flask. If you are interested in mobile app development, you will hear about Flutter and React Native. Advanced concepts. During this stage, you will also start learning more advanced concepts like OOP, database handling, and perhaps even start working with frameworks that make programming easier. For example, if you're working with Python, you might start learning Django or Flask. If you're working with JavaScript, you might start using React or Vue.js. Designing and organizing the project. Building is not just about writing code. It also involves understanding how to design and organize the entire project. You will need to think about how to divide the project into parts and how to make each part work independently and efficiently. You might start learning how to handle servers or how to host your projects online. Developing your programming portfolio. The most important thing at this stage is to start developing your programming portfolio. Make your projects ready for display, as they will be an important reference to showcase your skills when you start looking for a job or even applying to companies. Important tips in the building stage. Don't be afraid to think bigger. Try working on new and unfamiliar projects. Try developing something that might benefit you in your daily life or work. Projects like building a task management app, a personal website showcasing your resume, or even an interactive game can be very useful experiences. Stage 4. Expansion. We now come to the final stage, which is the expansion stage. This stage is where you transition from being a beginner or intermediate programmer to a professional programmer. In the expansion stage, your programming horizons broaden, and you start exploring new technologies and fields, as well as enhancing your knowledge in advanced concepts. Handling large projects. At this stage, programming becomes more complex, and you start dealing with large projects and possibly even collaborating with large teams. You will have enough experience to handle real programming challenges, whether they relate to performance, security, or scalability. Building scalable and developable programs and systems. One of the most important aspects at this stage is learning how to build scalable and developable programs and systems. For example, you might learn how to divide a large project into multiple parts that work together seamlessly, such as separating the front end from the back end in web development using microservices architecture. Project management tools. Additionally, you will start learning project management tools. You will get to know tools like Git for code management and version control, Docker and Kubernetes for managing and deploying large applications on servers, CI/CD, continuous integration, continuous delivery, to improve and simplify the process of building and distributing software automatically. Problem-solving skills. At this stage, it's not just about learning new technologies, but also about working on problem-solving skills. You might face complex challenges that require critical and creative thinking to solve. Learning how to analyze algorithms and optimize performance will be crucial. For example, if you're dealing with large amounts of data, you will need to know how to build efficient algorithms in terms of time and memory. Expanding into new fields. Moreover, you can start expanding to learn new fields such as artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning, cybersecurity, big data, cloud computing using services like AWS or Google Cloud. Contributing to the programming community. Expansion at this stage doesn't just mean learning new things, but also contributing to the programming community. You can start contributing to open source projects, where you can collaborate with other programmers around the world to develop complex software used on a wide scale. Participating in the programming community not only helps in developing your skills, but also opens up opportunities for collaboration with others and building strong professional relationships. Your participation in these projects can be a strong addition to your programming portfolio and help you build a strong reputation as a professional programmer. Final tip: in the expansion stage, make sure to keep learning and evolving. Programming is a rapidly evolving field, and what is popular today might become outdated in a few years. Therefore, you should stay updated with new technologies and always be ready to learn new things. In conclusion, learning programming is a continuous journey that starts with the research stage, then moves to the foundation stage, followed by the building stage, and finally, the expansion stage. Each stage has its challenges and requirements, but the most important thing is to always be ready to learn and evolve. Remember, programming is not just a skill, it is a way of thinking and problem solving. If you can think logically and analytically and practice programming regularly, you will be able to achieve success in this field. Start today. Invest your time in learning the basics, then move step by step through these stages. With patience and persistence, you will reach a professional level and be able to build amazing projects that contribute to improving your life and the lives of others. So, this was our journey through the stages of learning programming. From research to foundation, then building, and finally expansion. Each stage carries its challenges, but with patience and perseverance, you will eventually reach the level you aspire to. Always remember, programming is not just about writing code. It is a skill that enables you to solve problems and build solutions. If you have the passion and dedication, there are no limits to what you can achieve. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to receive more useful videos. Share your experience in learning programming in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.